Hello, welcome back. So for the next thing that we want to do, I think we should put a preview when we're editing our intensity. So I'd like to see a picture being drawn here. So let's do that. So let's start off on the storyboard. And we know that in this view controller, we want an image. So I'm going to place that in here. And we're going to use the TIE Fighter to position that. So I'd like a border. I'd like to see a nice chunky border around this. I'm going to go 30, 30, 30, 30. And that's just a decision I'd like to be inset so it looks more like a preview, which it is. I'm going to say update the frame. And that means that this will get redrawn right away to fit this constraint. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so we can plop an image in there. Next thing we need to do is our view controller is going to need access to that image, so we need to add an outlet. So let's go to the assistant. There's our view controller. So I can do a control drag in here, and we're going to call this the preview image. Nice. Okay, let's close down the assistant and bring up the linear adjustment view controller source now. Okay, so what are we going to use for an image? Well, eventually I'd like it to be the image that the previous filter generated, but at the moment, why don't we just start by um, using a standard image? So yeah, we'll do that first. So I'm going to go to our main class, view controller, there we go, and somewhere up here we should find, there we go, the original image. So I'm going to copy that. Going to come over here again, and now we've got the original image. Cool. Now we can see there's a couple places where if they change the slider and when we initially do this, we want the image to update. So let's create a function that we can use a couple times. Func, and let's call it apply filter and update preview. That works for me. So we're going to call this in a couple places. If they ever change the slider, we want to do that. And after, when we initially load this view, we also want to do the same thing. Okay. Now that I think about it, I don't need to put this as a member variable. I can actually put it right in here. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so there's our original image. And now we want to take the filter and apply it to that image. So filter, okay, and that's optional. So I'll say, yes, we've got one, because we know we do at this point. And we call apply. And we have to pass in an image. This is a UI image, so how do we create that? I'm going to simplify this. This is, let's see, yes. Our image constructor can take a UI image. So I'll just wrap these two things. Now our original image is the UI image. So that should hopefully compile. Oh, what am I missing? Needed to give it a label. Okay, cool. So we've applied the filter. This will return, I'll call it filtered image. Nice. And the last thing we want to do is I guess we can do a let on both of these. Let. Much better to use let than var. That's saying that this is, set once. Lastly, we want to update that preview. So go to the preview, image equals filtered image. Okay. Now this is expecting a UI image, and that's an image. So fortunately, we have a nice convenient method, I think, to UI image. That should do it. Okay, let's give that a quick run and see if we get a live preview. Now, like I said before, this is going to take our, it's going to take our standard starting image, and that's what we're going to update the preview on. But we can make some changes to make it a little more smart after this. So there's Beckel, and I'll show you what I mean. There's the mix filter, and here's the scale intensity. Now I click edit, and actually this is pretty good. We can see this. So we can see scale intensities is working along. Not bad. Okay. But here's what I eventually like to do. I'd like, the output from this filter to be the input to this filter. So when we do this, we should see, the green. We should see the that kind of thing. So that's what we'll do in maybe the next step. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.